Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a three-time Pro Bowler, Derek Carr, leading the Oakland Raiders as they square off against second-year man Sam Darnold and the new-look New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr is set and ready to roll as he leads the Raiders out onto the field. Carr in his 6th season, 28 years of age, former second-round pick back in 2014. And a lot of people feel this is a critical season for Derek Carr as a Raider. Remember, there were whispers that the Raiders might be in the market for a QB in the draft, even contemplated maybe making a run at Kyler Murray. But in the end, they stood pat with Derek Carr, hoping that he's the long-term answer. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Yeah, the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. New York set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That's it, baby.
The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 15 carries, 58 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 2nd down and 4. Darnold looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr is going to float this one. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Watch them run. They're running it.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a short gain down to about the 33. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. On 1st down, Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now Bell.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd down and goal. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That's what I'm talking about.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 96 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Running is Jacobs. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Single. I single the slot. Single the slot.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
42's the mic. We don't want this.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Here we go. He's coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. A good run of 6 yards there gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. On second and goal, Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. Now Carr completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Throwing on first down is Carr.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On first down, Bell sheds him off. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it with Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Caught here by Griffin.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Rashawn Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Carr on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. Short pass caught by the tight end Griffin. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing again is Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Darnold to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in Orchard Park. Denver heading east to take on Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The second half starts with a carry by Bell, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The first down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Darnold from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Here we go.
And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
I love it. I love it.
Man, I got you.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, Richard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Here comes the ball.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Carr completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr. Aguilar has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. To throw his Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. 3rd down here.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And it's taken in at the 9.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
All day, baby. All day.
From midfield, here's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You got 4.
Carr gives to Richard. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 26.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Raiders on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Carr. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jason Witten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime is down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Bell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, fellas.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr going to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Carr again. He completes it to Jones. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr now to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And now here is another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
On third down, Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.